welcome to the second episode of the show, where I find a dope game and go over what I know. Driven by influences to fit the vibe musically. I'm cooking all the bacon and I'm toasting all your strudels beef. Alright, that last part of the beat isn't actually part of this. I was just pitching it down for the video and I thought that sounded cool. Alright, welcome to the second episode of Creating Songs for Games. In this series, I basically find a game that I think is cool and then try to make a beat or a song that just fits it. Today is another game I found on Instagram. This game is called Shredders. I was surprised I haven't heard of this game beforehand because I play all those games like Skater XL, BMX Streets. Both of those I'll probably do videos for in the future. I knew I had to give this game a try. I'm still pretty bad at it, but it definitely has the best mechanics out of any snowboarding game out there right now. On the TV, sticking with the same theme as last week, we have the men's knuckle hug competition that happened this year. If you know, you know. That's the best competition by far. So I started with this piano sample right here, and it's carrying a lot of weight in this beat. I pitched it and EQ'd most of the low end out of it, so it wouldn't sound muddy with the bass that I was going to be adding in. I also have this side chain to the kick, which you can see down here. With the kick, it sounds like this. It's really a pretty simple beat. So I started with just that, and then I wanted to get some drums behind it. The drums by themselves sound like this. Kind of badass sounding. And then I have another group up here with all the cymbals. I usually add cymbals after I've added the rest of the drums. So for these drums, I started with this right here. I had this sample that I just wanted to take the hi-hats from. The full sample sounds like this, but I cut out all of the kick drums and little fills. I really just wanted the hats, and then I ended up leaving the snare too and mixing it with another snare. The other snare just sounds like this, just repeated, and then combined with that other one just sounds like this. And then you can see I cut out where the kick would be in a few places and a couple other random fills. So with the kick, and then I added one tom hit pretty much every loop. Now for the cymbals I always kind of struggle with because I'm not a drummer. I like to make bouncy beats, so what I'll do is just kind of slap them down where I think they'll make the most impact. Usually it's going to fall in line with either a kick or a snare. So and I'm kind of blending between a few different cymbals here. After that, I moved on to the bass, which this is the same bass I used in the last video. I use this bass for a lot of my music. It's because I made it and I just love how it sounds, and it can fit a lot of different genres and styles of music. I can make a video eventually breaking down how I made this bass, but I made it in Serum, and it sounds like this. Very simple bass line. It's only 2 notes. A couple rhythmic notes in there, but very simple. So I also have this bass side chained to my kick. If you don't know what side chaining is, it's basically telling an audio track, in this case my bass, to shut up when another track is playing. And the other track is my kick. So whenever my kick hits, my bass should get a little bit quieter and then swell in so you hear it more.
After the bass, I wanted to add a synth lead of some kind to this beat because I've been playing shredders a lot, and a lot of the music in there has a lot of synths in it. So I figured that would be a good way to kind of make it fit more. So I was just hunting through my Serum sounds, and I found this one. It's called Festival Bees. I'm not sure where I got it from, but I did a good amount of editing to it to make it more fitting for this beat. Here's what it sounds like. And I just made that a whole different part, a whole different loop to add a little bit of diversity in the soundscape. So once I had all that done, all that was left was to clean it all up and make a solid intro and outro for it. I found some snowboarding effects. For this video, I ended up just using sounds from the game, but I'll show you what I had in here. I took some snowboarding sounds that I found online. Together, they just sounded like this. Just kind of gives it some life. And then for the piano, all I did was put an auto filter on it and then reversed it. So I set it to about here, and then if I go to my automation over here, I just slowly bring the volume up right before those hits. And then at the end, I just took the not auto filtered version of the piano and just faded that out. So that's the whole beat. Here's the finished product. I hope you enjoy it. I'm gonna go try and get some clips in this game. Thank you.